Ranked, the game mode that turns filthy casuals into hardcore sweats, computer science nerds into geopolitical giants, and cute innocent girls into obedient. Ranked goes by a lot of names. It's been called classism by normies, the Matrix by people trying to sell you online courses, and something you'll never be good at by my parents. Whatever you want to call it, a player's rank is based on that player's ability to gather and trade resources. How you climb changes with the meta, as killing another player and looting his inventory used to be a good strat, but now leads to making license plates for 12 cents an hour. And going to university used to be a surefire way to jumpstart your career, but now leads to flipping burgers for $12 an hour. So let us journey through the ranks to see what each one has to offer. Iron, so you spawned as a Jew in ancient Egypt, or as an African a few hundred years ago, or as a Chinese kid 20 minutes ago, and are a slave. You don't have access to any of the resources your labor produces, and what you do with your time is not up to you. Trying to climb out of this rank tends to lead to death. Luckily, it's banned in most servers. Unluckily, the products that it produces aren't. Bronze. Now, depending on which server you spawn in, this rank is either the beginning stages of your life, while you're trying to figure everything out, or the highest rank you can achieve. Some games are just unwinnable. Bronze players are able to scrape together just enough resources to survive. You get to choose what you queue up as, but there aren't many options in poor countries, leaving 70% of players to queue up at something in food production, while others survive by queuing up as maids, pirates, miners, and heavyweight champion of the world. In more developed countries, this rank is made up of beggars, can collectors, and street performers, but has a growing player base as players who queue up in more conventional roles are wondering when the fuck watermelons became $17. Good. You climbed out of bronze and have unlocked free time, disposable income, and the ability to relax because the question mark after supper refers to what you're gonna eat and not whether or not it's gonna happen. And while the life of silver players is better than most humans have ever experienced, silver lobbies suck. It's full of hardstucks who think they deserve a higher rank, despite not having any skills or proof to back it up, all wearing matching uniforms, doing jobs that almost anyone can do, but that no one wants to do. At first you'll try and carry, but soon we'll realize that it's best to conserve energy when heading towards a dead end, as this maximizes the chances of finding an escape route. If you make it to gold, you can start living what is referred to as the good life. You can get a massage, go on vacation, and enjoy sporting events without binoculars. Plus, when you raise kids, you won't subconsciously feel like they're a burden on your existence, at least not financially. Dating is also much easier when you can Uber to the nice restaurant in nice clothes rather than perform the mental gymnastics required to make $14 look romantic. Gold players usually have a skill that's in demand, such as coding, fixing shit, and indoctrinating the youth. But there are other paths. You can choose to work for the government, which removes the requirement of a high in-demand skill, or anything really. You're essentially getting boosted with taxpayer money. Platinum. All the other shitties either settled for gold or got hard stuck in silver, but not you. You're a hustler. And with that hard work, you no longer need to compromise. If you want a pool, you buy a house with a pool. You like Ferraris, well then you drive a fucking Ferrari. Plus you get to travel. And none of this backpacking shit that these silver shitties talk about. I'm talking about first class flights from penthouse to penthouse, doing enough cocaine to write The Shining, and fucking models who get recycled after they die. And getting to platinum is hard work, most of the time. But because the rank system is unpredictable and complex and borderline retarded, the path to ranking up is not that clear. Take for example, player A, who spent 10 years grinding and building up a real estate portfolio, whose net worth is dwarfed by player B who has pretty feet. I gotta say, like, for $1 million feet, these are kinda mid. I'm just saying, I don't want to hate, but like, if my feet were worth $1 million, I'd put a little more effort. That's all. Diamond. To the untrained eye, there's no difference between platinum and diamond. And the difference is subtle, so let me put it this way. While a platinum player can afford a Ferrari, a diamond player buys one so his mistress doesn't snitch. These people are the sharks in the tank, the owners of the bank, the teachers that sell crank, and the owners of the videos to which you wank. We tend to think of these people as superstars, athletes, and vloggers. In reality, the majority of them play boring ass roles, like running a law firm, selling insurance, and licensing advertisement. Once you hit diamond, you can afford pretty much anything humans have invented, as well as have completely liberated yourself and your family from worrying about money ever again. But for some people, that's not enough. Hence, Challenger. Once you enter Challenger, you enter a new game. You are no longer the top of the system, you are the system. The actions and decisions of Challenger players shape the world the rest of us live in. Who knows where it'd be if Churchill chose not to go to war with the Nazis, or if the founding fathers lost. And unlike other ranks, money is not necessary to get here. It helps. Ask Elon, it fucking helps. But Gandhi achieved Challenger by just not eating, which I thought was the norm for Indians, but I guess the difference was that he did it on purpose. Challenger players are essentially gods on earth, capable of generating more wealth with a single tweet than most people can with a lifetime of hard work. Me, hello, the shitty silver player that I am, has no real effect on the world. Like, sure, I can make an old lady smile or run, and I could tip a bartender well. But there are fuckers out there who decide which economy should crash and what percentage of the population has a right to medicine. A large majority of our lives are determined by these titans. The lower your rank, the more they can affect you. So get to climbing.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
But first, there's just a few more things we need to cover. Like roles that can land you at any rank. Most are pretty cut and dry, but some roles can land you at any rank depending on how good you are. Like entrepreneurs, your window washing business might not get you anything besides crack money, your construction company can afford you a beautiful home, and your drop shipping course can help you scam enough people to fly private. Artists as well. Kanye, like him or not, has changed music and fashion forever, while I still get excited when someone hands me a $20 bill to tell some jokes. And criminals. There's a kid who would sell me weed in high school, which he always claimed was AAA BC perp, but I have my doubts. And then the Mexican cartels who have sold enough cocaine to have their own militias. Now, rank is locked when you're born, and how long you have until you have to start being useful is determined by your privilege meter. And your rank matches that of your parents until you have to enter the cutthroat world of cover letters and passive-aggressive coworkers. If unlucky, parents can be replaced with wolves, governments, two gay dudes living in Brooklyn, or Angelina Jolie. Now, how can you tell what another player's rank is? Assuming you don't have the opportunity to see which spoon they use for their appetizers, you're gonna have to guesstimate. People's items and jobs might be good indicators, but they can be misleading. So I've concocted the following formula. And by changing locations, you change your rank in a heartbeat. A silver player can become platinum by simply flying to a country that their country exploits and reap the benefits of other people's poverty. The reverse happens as well, as an engineer will be demoted to a food delivery man that you didn't tip because the screen served as a barrier for your emotions. And ranked is not the only game mode. There are other modes and your rank isn't everything, but at the same time, you don't want to be a 45-year-old bragging about how good you are at the party modes. Or maybe you do, and I'm just too plugged into the matrix to enjoy my life. But studies have shown that the amount of times you've played beer pong in the past 6 months and your rank are inversely correlated. To sum everything up, us humans are hierarchy-oriented apes that have transformed the earth into a dick measuring contest that lets some people live on yachts surrounded by hordes feeding them grapes, while the people who pick those grapes often don't have indoor plumbing. Happy climbing, my friends.
You niggas ain't never had an $80 grip.